Okay, we're going to look at equations of lines themselves. So with this, okay, it says the coordinate 3n lies on the line y equals 2x minus 5, find n. So essentially the equation of a line is describes the relationship between the x coordinate and the y coordinate of all the points on that line. So what this is saying here is that the y coordinate, right, n in this case here, because that's a y coordinate, okay, is 2 times the x coordinate minus 5. So what we've got to do is y equals 2 times 3, which is the x coordinate, take away 5. So y equals 1, and therefore n equals 1 for that point. Alright, so what you've got to get your head around is the fact that the equation of a line is a description of the relationship between the x coordinate and y coordinate of every point on that line. Right, now then the second one's a little bit trickier, but only a little bit trickier. It says find the gradient and y-intercept of x plus 2y equals 3. Now, you can't tell very easily, I mean you can once you get good at this, alright, and who's to say, some of you might be already, okay, until you rearrange the equation to get it into the form y equals mx plus c. Alright, some different countries use a different letter for the c, but ultimately that's the equation of a straight line. And we've got this at the moment, and we can't have that. And it's alright, well we can have that, but it's just easier to tell what the gradient and what the y-intercept are. And if you don't know what the y-intercept is, it's where the line cuts the y-axis, by the way. So here we go. So we're going to rearrange this equation to make y the subject, like it is actually in the first example over here. Alright? So what I'm going to do is take x away from both sides, first of all. So subtract x. Alright, and then I don't want 2 y's, I want y, so I'm going to divide everything by 2. Right, now you could put 1.5 there if you liked. You could put 0.5. I find it easier to use fractions, and actually it's nicer to use fractions. Now, you're going to be saying to me, but hang on, that's not in the form y equals mx plus c. That's in the form y equals c minus mx, as it were. Now, but that's fine, okay, because essentially, if you think about it, 5 plus 4 is the same as 4 plus 5, okay, so if I've got y equals c plus mx, that's exactly the same. Right, now then, the coefficient or the number with x is going to be the gradient, so I'm just going to get a different colour, so green here. So the number with x is the gradient, so the gradient is minus a half. And then the number on its own, the constant, that's why it's called c. Alright, here is the y-intercept, so the y-int, as it were, okay, is 3 over 2 or 1.5. Okay, I'm going to leave it as a top-heavy fraction. Okay, but that's essentially how this works. Alright, the best way of telling the gradient and the y-intercept is to rearrange to make y the subject. Okay, and then, yeah, there you go. Alright, enjoy.